curious what coaches are charging for one-on-one coaching packages in 2025 and going into 2026? Step into my office. In this video, I will show you what I've been drafting for coaches in their one-on-one contracts, including pricing and the bells and whistles that they're adding on. Come on in. And don't forget to like and subscribe because we are kicking off our one-on-one coaching legally series where we're going to look behind the scenes at what's happening in the industry right now, what clients are expecting, how to get great client results because we know happy clients are the key to avoiding legal problems, and more. So hit that button below and let's dive in. Oh hey, let me put my business coach hat on for a moment. What we're about to go through doesn't mean that you can't charge more or less or include different things in your programs. This is just to show you the range of things that are available, but I want you to select based on what your financial needs are, what your goals are, and what your audience really needs to get results. So, another word to the wise, lowering your prices will not get you more clients. Only marketing will get you more clients, and always a certain number of people will purchase. So don't start by cutthroat pricing because it is not the way to a sustainable business. Okay, let me go back to my lawyer hat. I couldn't help myself. Forgive me. But let's get into the pricing and the packaging that I'm currently seeing. First off, I want to tell you that it is very rare for any coaches to come to me where they are offering single sessions for an hourly rate. Very rare, maybe one time in the last 3 to 5 years have I had someone come forward with that situation. More often than not, coaches are selling packages, which I think reflects the fact that usually the coaching outcome takes place over a period of time with a certain number of sessions. So you could do one-off sessions. That would be something that I would encourage you to look into if you have the type of result that can be compressed into a specific time period, and it would be longer, more like a VIP day. By the way, my next video is all about uncommon coaching packages that you can offer that do amazing transformations in compressed time periods or in very diffuse time periods, so don't miss that. But anyways, when you're thinking about your one-on-one coaching package, typically we're looking at a number of sessions. And the price ranges that I'm seeing currently, as really always, are just across the board. If you're a newer coach and one-on-one coaching is the primary offer in your business, you're going to be looking at packages usually of 9 to 12 sessions over 3 to 4 months. So either 3 sessions a month, rarely 4 sessions a month. Usually there's a week in there for kind of some integration time and just to allow everybody a little spaciousness for things that go on in life and just needing that breathing room when we're doing that deep inner work. So those types of packages I'm drafting contracts for those basically daily. And the average pricing works out to between like $150 to $300 per session. Now, they're not sold per session. They're sold in a package price. And so this is working out to like $450 or $500 a month for 3 or 4 months. Also known as $1,500 to $2,000, or even like $900 a month, $300 sessions over the course of 3 months. Those are typically being paid monthly, so the $900 a month, or there's a pay in full price of around $2,500. Now that's for newer coaches, that's for smaller packages, and those are for, I'm going to say, more of the run-of-the-mill coaching topics. For those of you who are working in trauma-informed fields, for those of you who are doing high-level health coaching, for those of you who are doing some heavy lifting regarding earnings and increasing earnings, those prices at a baseline may be higher for you. That's just what I'm seeing kind of generally across the board with newer coaches. Now, the other thing that I'm seeing with one-on-one pricing is that we have the kind of intermediate to high tier pricing. And this is more directed at coaches who have other programs and opportunities for clients to work with them without having to be in that one-on-one setting, and for whom the proximity is starting to come at its own premium because they have fewer one-on-one spaces available. So typically for these, I'm seeing $1,500 to $2,500 per month. And here's a big difference. In these containers, instead of promising a certain number of calls, typically typically, this is more organized over the minimum monthly period. So typically these are 3 or 6 month engagements. And in that time, the client has up to a certain number of calls that they can book with the coach, with the understanding being that the more sophisticated client who is paying these price points is not necessarily going to be showing up on a scheduled time on a weekly basis like they would if they were newer to coaching or if they were going to therapy, but instead they have the coach more in an on-call situation up to a certain amount. Now, for the highest tier one-on-one, I'm seeing right now currently as much as $8,000 a month among my clients. That's $100,000 a year, and those are typically 12-month engagements that not only have that up to 1 call a week over the course of time, but typically they're also including everything else that the coach offers. So that might be a high-level group experience or mastermind. It might be some upcoming courses or past courses, the pre-recorded materials, just some add-ons so that the highest level clients are receiving access to everything. Now, it goes without saying, although this is not in my own clientele currently, that there are coaches who are charging $250,000, $500,000 and up per year for one-on-one coaching. And typically at those levels as well, they may offer at that point a one session that's usually a $5,000, $10,000, or even $25,000 session. So depending on where you're at, what type of transformation that you are getting your clients, and what is a comfortable amount of time and a value that the client would be willing to invest for this type of transformation, you can determine the best pricing for this particular offer. But again, don't just go to being the cheapest person in the market, because before someone is ever going to see your price, you're already going to have to do the work to get them to even know that you exist. So that's kind of what I'm seeing from a pricing perspective. In terms of what I'm seeing with bells and whistles and add-ons, it is very common, even with a simple 3-month one-on-one coaching package, that there is some written material or some in-between follow-up. A lot of times right now, that is either on Voxer or Telegram, where you can leave asynchronous voice notes for each other and get that support in between the calls. The course content and that asynchronous contact in between are the two most common things that I'm seeing coaches add right now to their one-on-one. For those who are offering one-on-one at a very high level and for longer containers, like those 6 and 12 month kind of 100K packages, I'm also typically seeing a VIP day, a one-on-one thing in person at a retreat location, either where the coach lives or in some other destination. If you are going to do that, you'll want to make sure that you have your whole separate set of legal documents for addressing what happens with in-person experiences. That's the topic of another video. But from this, I hope you can see that you don't necessarily need to add on a lot. You can really focus on the value of that one-on-one availability of you to hold space for your coaching client, and that carries a ton of value. And you can price it according to your own business model, your financial goals, and what accurately reflects the value of that transformation that you're going to provide. Now, if packages just have you dying thinking about that, make sure you check out this other video, because I am seeing some really cool hybrid packages, very uncommon coaching methods that not a lot of people are talking about, but that might be perfect for your niche. Ready to get your one-on-one coaching package up and running? Click the link below to get your copy of the Coach's Legal Starter Kit. It is everything you need to protect your paycheck, your reputation, and your content in a one-on-one coaching context. They're the exact legal documents I would draft from you from scratch if you were here, but instead it is super simple to get up and running on your own with my help and at a total fraction of the price. If you loved this video, hit like and subscribe to let the world know, and make sure that you get the next installment of our one-on-one coaching series.